Arsenal get extremely lucky to get 3 points at the end of that game. Before I get into it, you guys in the comments, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Arsenal 2, Wolves 1, 2 own goals by Wolves. Ensure Arsenal get the 3 points, but I can't lie, guys. I am not happy with that performance, man. I'm happy we got the 3 points. I'm happy we go 5 points clear ahead of Manchester City having Crystal Palace, but the performance, man, today was not good enough. We have to keep the same energy, guys. Liverpool were doing that at the start of the season, not playing well, scoring in the last minute, getting wins, and then eventually it ran out. The gas ran out. Like, they ran out of steam. The performances caught with them. And I know also, in terms of performance-wise, started the season quite well in terms of defensively, very secure, and obviously scoring goals. But I've noticed, man, the trend, the last couple of games in the Premier League in particular, man, you're looking at Chelsea, you're looking at Brentford, you're looking at Aston Villa. Now, this game, even in the Brentford game, even though we won the game, second half, we weren't great at all. You're looking at, obviously, the Chelsea game. I don't think we were good in the entire game, really. Aston Villa, the first half, we were very, very poor, and some of the second half as well. And then in this game, man, throughout the entire game, bro, it just looked like we were void of ideas. And you got to give credit to Wolves, of course, being the bottom team. You expect everyone expected them to get smashed, but they defended quite well. But there was not enough answers asked of Arsenal to kind of break down that defense, man. There was just not enough going on. But yeah, man, I've had a look at our performances over the last 4 or 5 games in the Premier League in particular. And yeah, we definitely need to book our ideas up, especially because we've got better teams coming up. You're looking at, we've got Aston Villa again at home. You've got Brighton, you've got Liverpool, you've got Bournemouth. These are going to be difficult games regardless. Everton as well, against a team away from home we don't normally beat on a regular basis. David Moyes got two draws against Arsenal last season, so going to be difficult. But going into the game, obviously, I was happy Saliba came back. I was a bit curious to see how the defense was going to line up. It actually was in Capier at left back, Ben White right back, Timber and Saliba the centre backs. And yeah, Arsenal in the first half didn't create much, man. They didn't create a lot. The only kind of threat they were doing was Ben White overlapping Saka, which we've seen many a times. But again, wasn't really creating any kind of chances that made Sam Johnson work. And then the bad news happened. Ben White possibly injuring his hamstring. I think it looks like he's done his hamstring running back for Wolves' only chance of the game in the first half, which was the chance by Chan. That was smartly saved by Raya in a counter-attacking move. And that was the only kind of shot on target in the first half by both teams. But yeah, Ben White looks like it's probably going to be out for, 4 to 6 weeks is normally a hamstring kind of diagnosis. So yeah, bad news for us. Means Timber's probably going to have to play right back every game now because Mascara, who could play right back, is injured. So yeah, that wasn't good. And yeah, I just wasn't happy with the style of Arsenal in terms of the speed. And I feel like certain players are put in a certain position. I think it needs to change, man. I think when you go to these kind of games, I think from now on, you've got to look at and try and have maybe 2 kind of attacking players in midfield. You've got to try and maybe have a Eze and Odegaard together, or a Marino and someone else, Eze, or someone like that. I don't think you need Zubimendi and Rice in these kind of games because you're going to dominate possession anyway. They're going to be a low block. You need to have as much creative resources on the pitch at one time as humanly possible because, again, they're going to be very resolute defensively. When you don't get an early goal, it becomes more and more difficult to break them down. And I don't think we were good enough in the first half at all going forward. You look at the likes of Eze, I think, again, him in that right channel just does not work as an overall performance. He needs to be on the left, whether it's in the left wing or left-hand side of the 10. That's where he does his best work. That's when he can manipulate the ball. He can get himself on his left foot or right foot. He can shoot with either foot. On the right-hand side, he's obviously predominantly right-footed. The angles that set up for him on his left foot, he's not naturally opposed to that. Obviously, he's not played that kind of role when he was at Crystal Palace. He's always on the left, so I don't think that's working out at all. And then you look at, obviously, Gyökeres, not really getting many opportunities. Only had 5 touches in the first half. There was one opportunity where maybe he could have done better with when the ball comes across, and maybe we should have got there. But again, I feel like with the whole team and all the structure, we weren't creating chances for anyone, not even just him. Like, no one got any chances. I think it was an overall poor performance by the attack. Too slow, too pedestrian, not enough variety, not enough creativity. And again, Martinelli, I thought, had a poor game as well, man, on that left-hand side. Didn't really provide or create for other players, and also missed a couple of easy chances, man. The header from a corner that he put over the bar, and then he had another chance where, from another corner, I think, where he kind of scuffed it and it went kind of wide as well. So I thought he was very, very wasteful in that position. Zubimendi and Rice, again, didn't really kind of offer anything going forward in that first half, and I thought it was a poor display. And I was looking at the bench thinking, we've got a lot of people on the bench that can maybe make a difference going into 0-0, obviously, in the first half. You go into the second half, and again, it's a little bit better. More Declan Rice really going into those kind of channels, trying to get shots off. Had a free kick that was saved by Sam Johnson, then had a shot in the open play that was smartly saved as well. But again, no real kind of attacking patterns, man. And when Ben White went off, the overlap with Saka in terms of that being prominent was definitely gone. I think Saka, in terms of his delivery, was probably the most efficient player that started the game, to be honest with you. The delivery from the corner that Martinelli should have scored. There was another piece of delivery he had as well in the first half as well, where someone should have done a bit better. And you go into the second half, and it's actually him. Before we scored the goal, Trossard, Marino, and Odegaard came on. I thought Marino was poor, if I'm being honest. Odegaard didn't really do too much either. I thought Trossard was the best out of three. I think he was playing some nice, intelligent passes into kind of the final third. He found Declan Rice for him to have a shot. I think he found Bukayo Saka down the channel as well. But yeah, it was Saka with the corner, which I don't think he even was. Or it shouldn't be a corner because I think he was actually offside, Saka. But they gave the corner. Corner comes in. Massive piece of luck by Arsenal, man. Ricochets off the post into the path of Sam Johnson, that he just ricochets off his head and goes in for an own goal. Very unlucky by their perspective. Very lucky for Arsenal, but it's 1-0 to Arsenal. Based off the balance of play, we dominated possession, but again, we didn't create loads of chances. We didn't create loads of opportunities where we're testing the goalkeeper. But you say, oh, okay, on the balance of play, we're the one that's in the ascendancy looking to score. And then after that, man, again, Gyökeres had a chance where it was fed into him and he was a bit unlucky. It's swiveled and turned out of the shot. And that's why one thing I would say about him, he needs to do that a bit more because, again, he showed a better hold-up play than obviously in previous times he has done, to be honest with you. But again, in that second half, we didn't really create that much. Like, Declan Rice had a couple of shots from long range, like I said. That was pretty much it, man. I think Martinelli went on a run and then he had a shot that went wide. And that's about it, man. But again, against Wolves, they're bottom. They're 2 points in 15. Then they're a team that have lost 8 in a row. Like, we should be creating a plethora of chances, especially with the attacking kind of personnel we've got on the pitch. And I just don't think we did that well enough. And then Arsenal, in my opinion, got what they deserve at the end because we didn't play great. We didn't play well. We didn't do enough. And in the Premier League, man, you can't have too many off days. Yes, it is good when you can maybe win the points when you don't play very well. But at the end of the day, man, it will catch up with you. And again, we were sitting back. Jesus came on. We were sitting back and Wolves get an equaliser, man. Great ball in. And it's a good header into the back of the net to make it 1-1. And I'm thinking, we've dropped points. And if we would have ended 1-1, I couldn't have even complained because I don't think the performance warranted us getting 3 points. Now, this is football. You can have performances that are not great and you still get 3 points. That's just the way football goes. And we ended up doing that in this game, in my opinion, because I don't think offensively we were good enough. We ended up getting, I thought it was a Jesus goal, but it ended up being an own goal. Great balling by Saka again, to be fair to him. And another own goal. Very fortunate again. 2 own goals in a game. And that ended up helping us win the game in the last minute, man. But overall, poor performance, man. I'm not happy with it offensively. Very, very poor. I think in terms of players individually, Marino, I thought, came on and didn't really do anything. Like I said, and Odegaard as well didn't really have an impact on the game. I think the best 2 attacking players were probably Saka and Trossard when he came on in terms of final ball quality. Everyone else, man, I definitely need to do more, man. Definitely need to do more. And poor. I don't know if it's a lack of fatigue, if it's fatigue, if it's tiredness. I always do say after Champions League games, the lack of the performances in these games do go down a little bit, just because again you've got the Champions League games a week and it's important to have the win. But even if me taking that into account, the performance was still not good enough in terms of the level where we're at, man. Like, again, relying on own goals to beat the worst Wolves team in probably their history, the worst, maybe probably going down as one of the worst Premier League teams in history, is not good enough. We got the 3 points. I'm happy about that. But again, I'm calling out the performance because I'm not happy with that performance, bro. That for me, that is not good enough. And I've got to call it out how I see it. And hopefully we can improve and have a better performance against Everton, man. Yes, we got the 3 points, but we have to play better because, again, it will catch up with us. That's the last 3 or 4 games where we've not been great. To be honest with you, we got the own goal to win the game, man. But you guys in the comments let me know what you thought about the performance about Arsenal and the performances in general. Let me know what you think. And let's make sure you subscribe to the channel. Till next time, people. It's been your boy Tops. Stay here to play the game. Until next time, people. I'm out. Peace and love.